gentlemen, welcome to another exciting and intense episode of The Debater. The topic that will be battled here today is whether or not nuclear energy is a solution to the energy crisis. Introducing the proposition for today, we have Nalanda College, Colombo.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Osanda Vijay Sundara from Nalanda College. We look forward to an exciting day of debating today, and we wish the opposition all the best for this incredible day of debate.
Hey, I'm Manojit from Nalanda College. We are hoping for a good battle today.
Hi, I'm Vijay Ratna, representing the debating team of Nalanda College, and we being the Nalanda College team, we definitely do our best to win this debate.
Hi, I'm Nadun Karunathilaga from Nalanda, and we are waiting for a challenging and interesting debate today.
And opposing the topic, we have with us Lyceum International School, Nugegoda.
Hello, I'm Sandhamini Athakada. I'm the captain of the Lyceum debating team. Irrespective of whether we win or not, we are here to give it our best.
Hello, I'm Kavin Ratnaviro, and I'm part of Team Lyceum.
Hey, I'm Hasita Jayanandana. We came here to give it our best shot.
Hi, I'm Sevani Pace from Lyceum Nugegoda, and well, we're really excited about the debate, but we're here to give it our very best shot.
We also have with us an eminent panel of judges to decide the verdict of today's debate. We have with us the President of the Bar Association of Sri Lanka, a President's Council, a Member of Parliament. Introducing to you Mr. Vijay Dasavakapaksa. We're happy to have with us Mr. Rohan Tatakorala. He is the head of the Portfolio Development of Sri Lanka and Maldives for the United Nations Office. As always, we have with us Ms. Anuradha Herath, having graduated from the Columbia School of Journalism. She's currently the director of the Sri Lanka College of Journalism. And to observe today's debate and ensure that the rules and regulations are followed to the dot, we have with us the chairman of the STEMA Sri Lanka. He's also a former Pete Wright. We have with us Mr. Dirk Pereira. We're ready to move into the first round of the debate. This will be the opening statements. Proposition, the floor is now yours.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and all members of the House. The topic in discussion today is that nuclear energy is the global solution to the energy crisis. Now, as the proposition today, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be talking for the topic, and before we move on, the main definitions or the keywords of this topic: nuclear energy, global solution, and the energy crisis. First of all, nuclear energy. What is nuclear energy? Nuclear energy is the energy created by nuclear fission. And then, the most important keyword of today's topic, global solution. And then the energy crisis, which is the great bottleneck in the supply of energy resources exceeding the demands of the people. Now, throughout the course of this entire debate, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be using one main argument to support the topic. That being that nuclear energy is the only viable, only sustainable form of usable electricity that is currently available to us under the current state of technology. Now, we, the proposition, have done a cost-benefit analysis of this entire topic, ladies and gentlemen, and of nuclear energy. And nuclear energy is currently the most cost-efficient, it is the most efficient, it is the safest, and it is the most regulative form of energy creation that is known to man at the current state of technology development. Now, ladies and gentlemen, throughout the entire course of this debate, my second speaker will go on this argument and explain further on the advantages and disadvantages. My third speaker will rebut the arguments made by the opposition in this matter, and he will further clarify our case, while our fourth speaker will entirely rebut all the arguments made by the opposition in this matter. Thank you.
A very good evening, honourable panel of judges, members of the opposition and the proposition. Now, we are here to debate on the topic as to whether nuclear energy is the solution to the energy crisis or not. And we, as the opposition, we have taken a firm stance regarding this issue, and we will be elaborating to you about it throughout the course of this debate. Now, what this opposition has identified is that if we are to label a certain energy source a global solution, then it must meet the standards of a certain criteria. The first criteria that we will like to elaborate on is that it should be able to cater to all facets of the energy crisis, thus address all the root causes. Now let us look into what exactly these root causes are. First being the monopolization of the energy market, such as certain companies like the Big Six monopolizing the UK electricity market. Also the manipulation of supply and demand to increase prices, which is quite evident in the Midwest and in California. Also bad consumption patterns by certain developed nations, mismanagement in the distribution of energy, and so on and so forth. Now, one of our second criteria also happens to be sustainability. The first speaker of the proposition mentioned that nuclear energy is sustainable. Well, it is not, mainly based on the fact that it is not a renewable source of energy, thus it is not sustainable. Also, we have certain other criteria, such as it being equitably accessible to all nations, where all nations, both developing and developed, should be able to cater to all possible costs and the regulations in creating nuclear power plants. And whatever this global solution may be, it should cause the minimal possible damage to the environment and the society. And thus, we believe that this is not the global solution.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, the topic on hand, nuclear energy, is the solution for the global energy crisis. We'll explain why the nuclear energy is the solution for this energy crisis in three main points. First one, the availability of source to be distributed throughout the globe, and the second one, the efficiency of this nuclear energy to produce energy when considering with other sources of energy, and the third one is the environmental impact of nuclear energy because of taking of energy from nuclear resources. I'll move on to my first point, that's the availability of sources to produce energy. We know these nuclear materials are present in the earth crust. That's uranium and plutonium is present in the earth crust in 12 parts per million. That is 12 parts per kilogram. When considering the volume of the earth crust, it's a huge amount. So this can make a global solution. We have enough sources to produce energy to the whole world. And moving on to my second point, that is the efficiency of nuclear energy when considering with other sources of energy. For example, this is the fact, if we take 1 ton of coal and burn and get energy, we get only 5 into 10 to the power 3 joules of energy. But if we use 1 mole of this nuclear reactive substances, plutonium, and get energy, we get 2 into 10 to the power 7 amount of energy. That is 10,000 times larger than what we get from coal. So that is, the difference is we use in 1 ton there, coal 1 ton, but we use only 283 grams of nuclear energy. So there itself, it shows that the benefits of the nuclear energy. Thank you.
A very good evening to everyone. The opposition to reiterate that nuclear energy is not the global solution to the energy crisis, as it does not address any of the current problems for the energy crisis itself. If at all a country were to use nuclear energy as a resource, energy resource, it should be used as a last resort only, considering all its disadvantages. We would also like to state that there is no uniform solution for the energy crisis itself. So now moving on to why nuclear energy should not be used. On a first level of analysis, we see the environmental harm that nuclear energy itself causes, caused by the radiation and the nuclear waste emitted by these plants, which eventually lead to genetic mutation and deformation itself. We also currently face the problem of the disposal of nuclear waste, and where we see that its harmful effects cannot be removed by disposing it in normal methods. On a second level of analysis, we see that the workers' lives and close residents are affected due to this radiation itself. For example, if we take accidents, the major accidents, the Fukushima, Chernobyl and Kishtim accidents, we have seen that there have been global incidents due to the leakage of radiation. And as in the first and third case, there have been major deaths of 56 people and so on, causing cancers also. Lastly, on a third level of analysis, we see that nuclear plants are direct target for military and terrorist groups due to its cross-border and global effects itself. For example, we had the incident of Iran bombing the Al-Tuwaitla nuclear complex in Iraq in 1980. So we believe that this is a major problem. We also face the issue of nuclear weapons arising in this situation from the nuclear waste, as nuclear waste and weapons are just one step away. So considering all these disadvantages, we believe that nuclear energy will not be solving the energy crisis, but will cause more and more problems. Thank you.
Both the proposition and the opposition have laid down the foundations upon which their future arguments will be based on. But till then, we're ready to move into a very short commercial break. Stay tuned.